Episode 19. Having befriended the Halflings, got through the bear encounter during their trip back to the caves, the session ended with Bug, alone, in the dark, attacked and downed by giant ants. The party, not sure, is looking warily at the cave entrance.
The bloody halflings will just stay behind and do nothing. They're not running in ahead of us.
The halflings are like shitting themselves, yeah.
Right, in we go.
No, I mean, they're not broken yet. They could still do something. Here's an ant. Right, there's ants in here. Okay, sorry, Mug. So it's Angry going in.
Angry's going in. Fancy's bringing the light.
Yeah, Neil's going.
Taking away his 5-minute break is like 20 minutes.
5-month break. Yeah.
Oh well. Yes. Yeah. Let's get.
Okay, so you come around you sort of rush forwards. I guess the halflings are warily following you. They're not going to lead the charge, but they are. For the moment, they're following you. So you see a bunch of bugs eating bug.
Angry's just gonna charge it.
There's 6 of them.
Okay.
Full disclosure, there are 6 giant ants here. Just before you declare that you're charging in, just want that to be on the record. And they're all they're picking him up. You know, like how ants pick up food, like they're getting ready to take him away.
Yeah.
back to their nest.
6 ants.
I just think let them have. Let them have it.
Ooh, tough call.
I don't know about that.
It depends how useful these halflings are going to be if we get involved in a fight. Doesn't it? If we got to do a morale check for them all,
they don't need a morale check yet.
Then maybe they will.
Angry's gonna test them, but be ready to run if he needs to. He's gonna step in. Okay. The one that's picking up Bug, he's gonna try and hit that one while he's got Bug in his mandibles.
All right, I'm gonna let you have that one, and then but you're gonna get the wrath of the ants if you start hitting them. Go on, then.
20.
Yes. So you hit it. You kind of bust one of its legs, and it puts Bug down. And you've now got the ants' attention. They're all sort of fanning out, and getting ready to attack.
Well, can we see some more of the corridor?
Yeah,
or whatever?
There's a wall opposite you. So these ants are kind of like getting ready to do this.
Can we shout the halflings to get on in here with us?
Yeah, they're following you. Yeah.
So if Neil came over here, can we get the halflings to sort of?
Well, are you going to charge and attack the ants? Because it looks like the ants are going to charge and attack you for sure. That's what their body language is saying.
Yeah. Well, if we're going to be in combat, we need to get everyone involved. Really, as many people as we can. Not fancy, perhaps.
So, I mean, you can get to here, and then the ant gets to you because they're twice as fast as you are.
Okay. Yeah, right. Sorry about that.
Hello.
I'm assuming your guys would be in here because
Oh boy. Okay. Yeah, they're in here. They just been watching popcorn.
I'm gonna teleport them there. The combat has just started. Neil has charged in. So basically, Bug went in to scout the area out and got eaten by some giant ants.
Okay.
Well, we had
anything you can do?
went in.
So then, Angry came in and hit one of the ants and sort of hurt it slightly, and now they're all ready for you. They're ready for the fight, and they're all charging in.
Okay.
Okay.
Can I bow them? I was just going to say bow them. Can Rolf bow them? Shoot them with an arrow.
Yeah, it's going to hold up traffic a bit, potentially. The halflings are coming as well.
Are they only half side if he's done to the edges?
Yeah, it's going to hamper them a little. It depends what Fancy and Acelor are doing as well.
Fancy's going to try and cast Impassable.
Okay.
Oh, that's good.
I don't know what hit dice these ants are, though. It might be just...
Sure, you can do that before anyone moves, really. So.
Okay, so he's going to try and cast
that.
Oh, he definitely casts that. 20. So that's 6 hit dice worth of targets in 30 foot of him. So anywhere in his cantrip radius. Go to
6 hit dice.
Yeah, go to 0 speed.
I wonder if that's rounding up or down. Okay, so one of them.
I knew it'd be something silly like that.
All of them, 100% of them.
100% of 1/6 of them. Yeah. I don't have the.
That's
Okay, I'll use
not
this
the same.
frosting. They're frozen. He's frozen. Right. So this one can't. One of them can't move. That's it. Neil's charging. The ant's charging. Is anyone else charging? What's Acelor doing?
Eastlord, I mean, he's got a dagger, so he doesn't really want to get too close. I guess he could go on this side. Have a stab at this one.
Yeah.
They're pretty quick, so they can move like 60 feet and still attack.
Okay, well, Eastlord will take a swing with his dagger, and Rolf will take a shot with his bow. There we are.
Others can't really get through. Okay, attack, and then prepare to die.
Oh,
Right,
okay.
Yeah, right.
Acelor missed pretty spectacularly.
Okay, right. Rolf's not gonna though.
Shimmery with the poleaxe has failed to harm one of them. Angry even. So yeah, Angry has failed to damage it with a 13. Not enough. It's too quick. It just dodges out of the way.
Oh,
Neil has missed. And Rolf has hit with the bow and kind of slightly wounds one of them.
ah.
It hurts, but it's just not enough to bring it down. It's still, still fully operational. So yeah, these things are pretty badass. So one of them's going to attack Acelor. It's going to be nasty. Wow, has Acelor got an AC 17, eh?
Yeah.
Okay, so Acelor's all right. Did not realise that. Neil, 19. Ooh, almost got him. Almost got him. One of them's going to attack this halfling.
What's Neil's AC?
20.
The halfling's
Jesus Christ.
The halfling's okay as well. And then Angry. Angry is very much hit.
Ouch! 25 to hit.
Oh, yes. Had to hit somebody. 4 damage for Angry, and you were lucky to get that.
That is very lucky.
Well, all in all, you guys are pretty lucky with that one. But so these ants are pretty vicious. They're fighting pretty aggressively, but so far not able to land the deadly killing bite. And also this halfling can make an attack. So Eric's going to attack one of. Wow, he's hit one. He's doing it.
Go on, Eric.
He's
A
doing it.
halfling hit something.
Yeah.
Incredible.
He's the boss halfling, so he's. Ooh, it was a 10, but then it was a 2. Okay, so close, and yet he barely did any damage whatsoever. So he's pretty much just like giving it a tiny like flesh wound or something. He's just like holding it off. I don't think he's even done that. He's just like wearing it down a little, right? Like he's just swinging his sword at it and just tiring it out slightly, if anything.
I'm not sure we're going to prevail here. I think we might have to.
There's a lot of them. And we're not getting like really good hits, which is what we need.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to get Bug back, basically. I think Bug is.
Let's just get out.
I think
Yeah,
Bug
just
is
kill
gone.
them.
Yeah, Bug. Goodbye, Bug. Easy come, easy go. Let's get out of it.
That's very long, didn't he?
Wow. Although I have to say, good decision.
It's a
Harsh but necessary decision, in my opinion.
by bugs.
Are these evil enemies?
I believe they are unaligned ants.
Yeah, that would make sense.
There's not really an alignment in this system, but even if there were, I think ants are just unaligned anyway.
There has to be, because the one of the spells talks about evil enemies.
Yeah, it's all a bit sketchy like that.
It's very hands off.
Hands off, yeah. Is it evil and good in this, or is it evil aligned creatures? The ants aren't evil though; they're just ants.
They're just ants. Yeah, be surprised if they considered evil.
I think the way I see it is like people aren't evil or good, but certain monsters and creatures can be evil. Like a devil or something is like evil.
Jeff Bezos.
Because Jeff Bezos is the exception, but yeah. He's listening. We have to be careful.
What about Bill Gates? And be careful given your current job.
Bill Gates?
Are we going to lose?
I don't put Bill Gates in the same bracket as Jeff Bezos.
No, for sure.
But anyway, I don't care to discuss politics.
Yeah, sorry, yeah. Go on. That's not politics.
If we are going to leave, then maybe we should not just run because they're quicker than us.
Yeah, it's going to be a retreat with...
A retreat, yeah.
Are we not standing and fighting?
Retreat.
I don't think they'll last if we stay and fight.
Is there any reward? Any gold?
You can freeze one each turn until.
Yeah, try and freeze one each turn. But
let's face it. As soon as one of those halflings is dead, the rest of them will just peg it.
Yeah, that's true.
we don't know if there's any gold in this space.
No, but we're outnumbered by some beasties that are quite beastie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They've pretty much got at least 6 hit dice worth of hit points each from that calculation. Or a minimum of 5.
Yeah, some of the toughest creatures you've encountered thus far in the game. Crazy.
Yeah. Get the hell out of here.
Yeah. Maybe the bugbears might be easier.
You want to just roll a I forgot what the rules call it. We haven't done it for a while. You can basically roll like to escape, and it's basically like a contest to see if you. I guess it's going to be tough because they're fast. So if you can think of a better way of doing it, it gives you.
I'm just worried. I think Neil will be all right if we run away because he's got loads of hit points. But like Angry's half down already. Asalior's probably not got a lot of hit points, has he?
No, his hit points are crap.
Yeah.
Rolf's are pretty good, but Esalor's bad. Well, I see
So that's why I'm worried about directly running out.
Hopefully, if we get to the entrance, they'll.
You're gonna have to roll for the group with the person with the worst deck.
The worst.
And then you've got a DC 13 because they're fast. Try and escape them.
Angry's dexterity is 0. Both my characters are dex 0. So unless yours goes in negative, that's going to be the worst.
Neil is dex 1.
Unless you want to, you've got anything you can try to use to slow their pursuit, distract them. You know, like is there anything you can do to prevent them following you?
The only thing I had was that impassable spell, but I only stopped one of them.
You can always get closer and try and get.
No one's got like a giant sugar cube or something.
No.
It wasn't
literally nothing I can.
It wasn't distance that stopped it doing more than one of them. It was the fact they've got so much health.
Would there be sugar or honey in a healer's kit?
Maybe some honey. Not much though. Could be only a snack to a giant ant.
Yeah, it's not really going to distract them, is it?
Just like this tiny bit of honey bounces off of one of them. It just like carries on. Okay, so it looks like you're gonna have to make a roll to escape, and if you fail, then some of them the people are gonna take some damage. But if they go down, they're gonna probably get left behind.
So do we risk that, guys, or do we get some hits in? I reckon we could probably kill 2 this turn.
I feel like we could do like a fighting retreat, if you know what I mean. I think it's probably better chance.
Yeah,
it'll be more protracted though. I'll probably get more rolls on you. But yeah.
So like we retreat back.
Well, you've got the most chance of. Well, Tony's Asalior's probably got a bad chance of dying as well.
Can Rolf take a shot? What if people are retreating?
I think it's difficult now because there are people between him and the ants. Initially, he was able to fire before your side charged in.
I think the problem would be Angry, probably, right? Because if he retreated, he'd be in the way.
For Rolf to have a shot, you need all the people between Rolf and the ants to get out of the way. And if you do that, the ants are pretty fast. They're probably just going to follow them and come through.
All right. Well, if we're going to do a fighting retreat, we should make some attacks before we move.
Unless Rolf kind of tries to move up here and try and get a sort of flanking shot.
If we're retreating this way, that's basically resigning him to death.
Yeah.
With the simultaneous moves, we're typically doing movement then fighting, right? So it's like you can't fight then move like you can in normal D&D rules.
We move 30 foot back and then we do an attack round, then 30 foot back, then do an attack round.
If you move 30 feet back and the ants follow you, then you'll still be able to attack them because they'll still be in. You know, if and we can probably assume this is the case, the ants are planning to follow, charge after you and attack you, then no matter how far you move back, the ants will be there fighting you because they're faster than you. So they're going to be kind of glued to you. Does that make sense? I feel like that seems reasonable.
That makes some sense.
So if you fall back, you can still fight them, probably, so long as they follow you. If they don't, you don't have a problem. So
did they just attack us or did we antagonize them?
Because
Bug
was off by himself, so they picked off Bug as like a nice snack, and then Angry ran up and attacked one of them while they were dragging Bug off. So then they've attacked everybody.
Yeah, I was hoping maybe we could attack the one that was holding Bug and then drag him out, but then it just went not quite as well as that. Okay, Fancy's gonna try another impossible spell to try and make another one stick in place. Come on. Yes.
So, and what is everyone else doing? So, it's the
We're
plan. Is the
retreating.
plan to retreat and to just fight them as you go?
Yeah, fighting retreat, I think, is what we.
So, retreating 30 feet at a time and fighting them.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like 30 feet's pretty far. Like it takes you to the mouth of the cave. So if I just grab everybody that's not meleeed and take them outside, Fancy can do his spell to freeze one of them. So you've succeeded on that. So one of them's not going to pursue you. So we must do that now. So one of the ants is frozen, and then everybody else is kind of moving 30 feet back. Are you going to like? I think only two of you can realistically be in the front here. So you need to pick two people who are going to move slower and two that are going to move quicker, like two that are going to make the front line of the retreat, right?
Should we go with Neil and Eric at the front?
That would make sense.
So like Neil's
Neil's
got pretty good AC, health, and Eric's expendable. So
Angry's here and that, so something like that. And then you guys need to do that, and then the ants will pursue you.
You know who would be helpful right now?
The wizard.
Moz.
Moss would have run away by now.
No.
Okay,
run away.
so Neil and Eric versus the ants. Go. And Eric, how many HP does a level 2 guy get?
Oh, God.
He's probably dead. Oh, fuck's sakes. I had the page and I lost it. Oh, because it's hit dice. Duh. Yes. Derp. So he has 9. So he's really badly hurt, but he's still alive. Neil hits one of the ants and wounds it. Eric fails to wound his ant. So the ant's like bit the shit out of him, but he's like barely standing. He's just trying to hold it off. He's like on his last legs. Anything else, even a stiff breeze is going to just wipe him out.
Eric?
Yeah, Eric. So he's been hardcore chomped by the mandibles of this thing, and he's like trying to stab his blade through its back, but it doesn't have the strength to do it.
Just barely hanging on.
Yeah. It's like practically been bitten in half. Blood everywhere.
It's heroic.
Yeah.
If we imagine that perhaps these things might continue attacking us once we get out of the cave, perhaps we should be like everyone. Once you get out, start fanning out, so you get an attacking somehow. Like I imagine that would be what the halflings were doing as well, unless they're just running.
Rolf will move about here so he can get a shot on anything that comes out.
What's he doing? He's getting further in.
Getting stuck in.
He's getting to a point where he can hopefully get a sight on some ant and make another impassable spell.
Wouldn't you be able to do that from like there though? If they come out, you'll be able to do it from there, won't you?
No, to save a lot of fucking about, I think you'll probably make it out of the cave. Eric's like running a bit there, like as best as he can, holding his guts in, and the ants are probably going to turn back and just sort of be satisfied that they've got bug and they're going to eat him, take him back to the queen or whatever.
No.
Lick their wounds.
God damn it.
Well, that was successful then.
Yeah.
How long do these ants stay frozen for?
An hour?
An hour. Right.
Yeah.
Well, they're just ants. Like ants being ants, these other ants are just going to leave those two ants. So
Wouldn't they pick them up, carry them or something?
Probably pick him up and eat him, yeah.
yeah, probably eat them if they're dead. Yeah.
Broken ants.
His ant's broken. Let's just take it. I don't know exactly what the nature of its frozenment is. In what way is it frozen?
Well, they just can't. They have
I don't
zero
think the rules
movement.
really say. So, like, what do you think? Like, narratively, like, what
Well, their
does it
speed
look
goes
like when you
down to
freeze
zero.
them?
They can move around.
Yeah, like
they,
I get mechanically, yeah.
they look
but,
like they're alive, but they just
but
if
they
they
just
try and
can't
move anywhere,
go,
they just can't get anywhere.
Yeah. So I think the other ants are just going to leave them. Like they're just going to, because they're still moving. It's like they're fine, and they just don't really understand why they're not being very effective ants, and just leave them behind.
It's like there's a solid wall just right in front of them.
Yeah.
And
Well, they're in the invisible box.
yeah, they're just like trying to move forwards, but nothing's happening. They're not going anywhere.
They're in a mind box. Okay. Well, those ants will just stay there. Then the other ants will leave them because they can't really understand. You know, their simple ant minds can't understand why these ants aren't doing anything.
Right, let's get them. Okay.
What's next?
Well, my plan of coming here and maybe doing a simple get some loot for us. There's not very many people. Isn't going that well.
If only we hadn't run off. That's the problem. It's too risky.
Where can we go then? Did we ever go to the lizardmen mound in the swamps?
Yeah, we did. They ran away. There wasn't anything there.
There was like a pool of water that they all dove in and they swam away.
Yeah.
Well, unless you want the bugbears are on a lower entrance.
Yeah, Bug's dead now, so there's no objection there.
It was Neil who was afraid
Oh,
of bugbears.
Neil, of course, sorry. Yeah.
So do you want to?
R.I.P. Bug.
I think he's more afraid of ants right now, though. So
We could have a look at the bugbear cave if you want.
yeah,
Well, Eric is dying, and
Oh,
the
yes.
other halflings are pretty adamant that they want him to live, and so they're gonna, as it stands, they're gonna take him away to try and heal him, maybe get him to a priest or
Well,
something.
Fancy's gonna move away from the rest and say, bring him here. Do a suture spell on him.
Well, all right, but the other halflings will have to carry him.
This is like the third spell he's done in like 10 minutes. It's gonna be.
Also, all the other halflings are leaving the area as well because they don't want to be near their fucking evil haunted cave. But they need to get in there because they're more sure than ever that this is the right cave.
Okay, so the suture spells worked, and Eric get 5 health back.
Yeah, so he's still not fully healed, but he's.
But
Yeah, he's better.
so they think this is the right cave for.
Yeah, can't you sense the evil? The evil trees, the evil aura of this place. It's totally the evil.
Maybe
Temple.
we try the other direction, other than the ants.
Are there any directions without ants, please?
Well,
I'm not keen on going back in that cave right now. To be honest with you,
the ants were south, weren't
Yeah.
they? So possibly this way is an
Anti-ant.
it's still going to be just as badass, though, isn't it? We're now down to 5 people,
I'm just going to go and grab a bit of that.
Fair
and we
enough.
don't have any thieves.
Where's Barnaby when you need him?
Yeah,
Very rarely. Yeah.
You could always call on the Castellan to aid you. If you remember, he said that he had soldiers that he could commit to fighting, for a worthy cause. But he's not going to come and help you loot every little dungeon, but he will help root out the evil temple. But if he sends some soldiers, they're probably going to take a lot of the treasure for themselves.
Yeah, and they might die, and then you'd be unhappy.
Just throwing it out there, that's another thing.
Yeah, it's just if we go off to a different cave, these halflings probably aren't going to follow us because they're now convinced that this is the cave.
Yeah, for sure. They're not going to just go into some random cave. The only thing keeping them here is trying to rescue the other halfling. They don't give a shit about all these other caves full of monsters.
It might be worth going to the castle and for some reinforcements because if we mention to the halflings, the castle and give us reinforcements, they might come back with us as well.
I mean, we haven't used the Castellans off with support yet, so it would be good to.
I mean, it would be less loot if we do find loot, but to be honest, I don't think these caves of chaos had much loot in them.
No, not compared to Stonehill.
No.
Especially not compared to Stonehill.
Yeah, I'm tempted to say we go call on the castle in because he wanted help rooting out the evil. We found a cave that drips of evil, apparently, and ants.
Yeah, do you feel like you have enough for him to go on at the moment? Do you think he's going to believe you? I feel like at the moment you probably aren't going to be able to outright convince him.
Not even
it's
with
going to take
the testimony of these halflings.
I guess the problem is they aren't evil ants.
Why are the halflings more believable than you are?
I don't know.
I think if you were to go back now without any kind of evidence, it's gonna take some kind of a charisma roll, like a check, to convince him.
Oh god!
It's not going to be a done deal. It's not going to be like, here's the smoking gun. This is the fucking place. We got to go.
Yeah, that's a point.
I think we may need to do a bit more scouting in this cave in the other direction, maybe.
I'm assuming you've all.
We haven't got the party to deal with it at the moment.
I was going to assume everyone's retreated a little from the cave mouth because it feels like that's what you would do. Correct me if I'm wrong, but
I think you're right.
Yeah, you lost your scout. Are you going to send another one in? Will they suffer the same thing?
Do it. Send another one in.
I'm tempted.
We'll send them in one at a time so they reach their preset kill limit, and then
tempted to let Fancy go in because he does have his fancy cloak that gives him advantage to stealth checks, although his dexterity isn't very good.
I think at this point you hear a bit of commotion coming from the mouth of the cave. There's groaning sounds and just sort of scraping and a bit of a kerfuffle.
Groaning.
Yeah, we just
and the sounds of flesh hitting things and scraping, and it just sounds like something's fighting in there.
This might be our opportunity. Fancy's gonna use his special ability of once per health rest, heal an ally, so that doesn't take up the spell.
Yep.
So you can do 3d6 on Angry, so Angry is fully healthed. I think we got to go see what's going on. Sounds like there could be something we can take advantage of going in there. Anyone else?
I'm not convinced. You're going to have to lead the way if you want to do that.
Yeah.
Well, Fancy's going to turn his cantrip off and start having a look.
He's going to head over there.
And Angry's going to move up to the entranceway. Fancy kind of looks in.
Okay. So, is he using a torch?
He's turned his cantrip off for the moment, just to see.
Okay. So you can't see anything, but the moaning sound has kind of died down now. It's kind of like a low moan.
Okay.
Ball getting eaten.
He's going to flash his cantrip on, see if he can see anything.
Okay. Like just at the edge of sight here, you can see one of these ants is dead.
Okay.
And you catch just a flash of what is like some kind of twisted, like mockery of life. Seems that it's like basically a zombie, like it's got all decaying flesh, and it's just shambling away.
That's an awesome little token.
Okay.
Right.
I think
Wicked, isn't
Angry's got an. I think Fancy's got an idea there. He's going to if he. It's moving away, is it?
It's sort of it's heading north.
He's actually going to shout, "Hey!"
He's going to try and attract the attention of the zombie.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he can do that anyway because he's shining a light right at its face, and it was kind of able to see in the dark previously because it can kind of, I don't know, zombies can see in the dark. It's got unlife. It's not really got eyes, so the fact it can see is like magic already, kind of. Yeah, so it starts to head towards you, shambles towards you,
Okay.
and you're like, oh, good, it's coming towards me, and then like more of them appear. And you're like, oh no, they're heading towards me.
So there's more than one. I was hoping we could take one out and then take it to the castle and as proof that something evil going on.
Yeah, I know. It's an opportunity, but also a threat.
Right. He's going to pull back a little bit. So I'll say, there's some zombies.
These zombies are like really slowly heading towards you, like a big tide of jam, only jam made out of zombies. No one get the reference.
Yeah.
Radio's jammed, sir.
Cool. Check out Father Ted.
No.
Father Ted's the best.
Right. So, okay. Fancy is going to try the impassable spell again.
Okay.
For this turn. Oh no, Fancy is stunned because he rolled a 10. Failed. Can't check to resist the stunning, which as he has a -1, but he does have proficiency. Does he get that?
Say con check. So no.
Uh,
It does feel like a save though. I'm really sketchy about whether it is or isn't.
well, he's fine.
Okay.
Anyway,
He's fine either way.
but he can't cast that level spell again, can he?
No, she's just blowing that spell out. That prayer out, I should say.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh no, it's divine magic in this actually. I'm talking about my ass. I'm getting all my systems muddled up.
And he's going to move away.
We go and just head off.
Didn't see it.
Is Angry also heading? Like, is the plan to just leave? Like cards on the table, or
Well-
are you coming back? Do I need to micromanage these zombies anymore, or are you just going to leave?
Well, it's kind of, if they're all going to stay over there, no one's actually going to help in the fight against zombies because we've just shouted they're zombies.
I honestly think we've bitten off too much, more than we can chew with this cave, to be honest with you.
Then
With this many people, maybe. I mean,
right, then yeah, okay. Then
Halflings help.
we'll just run away, and what are we going to do for the rest of the evening?
Well, so I think like the zombies, they're going to follow you, but they're not going to leave the cave. And after a while, they're going to head back, and all the moaning will die down, and they'll disappear into the shadows somewhere. And then what's that? That'll tick time forward a little bit. And what next?
I honestly think the best plan is go for Stonehell, really. Stonehell level 1.
So you want to leave here and go back to Stonehell now?
Potentially, since the random encounter dice has just made you wander into a swarm of killer bees, so it just seems like not a good day. There's so many random encounters today. It's like you haven't had any for like months,
Bees.
and now it's like every single turn, it's like there's another random encounter.
Oh, we've got some bees to deal with now.
Some killer bees are coming. So yeah, there's that.
Christ. Plot to two brothers.
I don't even. You head back over to the undergrowth over there to get a bit of cover, and there's a bee's nest. And some giant bees come out. I don't know.
Okay. Bring on the
I've
bees.
been working hard all session to make all these random encounters make sense, but it's getting on top of me now a bit. Okay, yeah. You're over here, and there are bees. Are you gonna like fight the bees, or just give up and leave, or like what?
Can we honestly run away from bees? Like, or are they going to...
Yeah, I guess then there's like a bee nest here, because bees ordinarily... Yeah.
Didn't expect to hear that in a game of D&D.
What, giant bees?
Yeah.
Dogs with bees in the mouths, and when they bark, they shoot bees at you.
Please don't scare me.
I guess if we can avoid them, then we would be trying to avoid them. But if they start coming for us, we're going to have to fight them. It's kind of like that, isn't it?
Be 10 of them. Four bees. Dun dun dun. I'm gonna roll for their reaction to you. The bees are wary. They're like swarming around a big nest full of delicious honey. I'm assuming you just will leave the bees alone.
Yeah, if we leave them alone, hopefully they'll leave us alone.
Cool. So what's next?
Is there anywhere in here that's not going to be too hard? That's the thing. Maybe the hobgoblins?
Yeah,
Or
you
maybe
have
the bugbears?
The halflings are gonna bugger off if we go anywhere but back to that cave, because they're convinced that's the cave, and we've got no evidence that that cave is evil that we can use to get reinforcements. I don't know what we
I
can.
mean,
really...
they're welcome to walk back there and commit suicide, essentially. But I think if we walk back in there, we're going to be doing the same.
I mean, you did see zombies in there. Like, even it's only hearsay, but I imagine you will now be able to tell a pretty convincing story about it.
So what you said, we could get some reinforcements from the Castellan then.
Essentially, I think you could roll with advantage, maybe, to get reinforcements.
Okay, I reckon I'm happy trying that. Depends what everyone else wants to do. Do you want to go? Because with 5 people, I don't think we're going to get anywhere in any of the other caves around here.
No.
Because the hobgoblins are very organised, the orcs are very organised. And we've done some damage to them both before, but the last time we encountered orcs, they did run us off.
Yeah, and we had twice as many people in the party at that point, didn't we? So, yeah, go back to the Castellan.
I say go to the Castellan, get some reinforcements, talk to these halflings, say we're going to talk to the Castellan, try and get reinforcements to come back into that cave. If we get that, would you guys come with us?
Can I have a new character sheet?
Yes. You want to try and charisma check these halflings?
Charisma. I got 1 and a -1. Has anyone got better charisma?
Who's gonna convince them?
-2 charisma on Neil.
Right. Okay. This Tony. What's the charisma for you guys?
Ethel's a 0, and Rolf is a -3. So Rolf is like brain dead stupid.
Right, so Fancy is doing the convincing then. Oh, no, he's not. He's not convincing them for anything. Unless he gets advantage because it's halflings. Being the same race.
Yeah, go on then. Because you're already on good terms with them.
Yeah, and he did heal them.
And you've fought together, and you've healed them, and you've kept your place with them. So I feel like that's fair. And frankly, it's like, what else are they gonna do? Like,
we're gonna come back with reinforcements and just find dead halflings all over the place.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's like, I reluctantly accept your. Yeah, I think that's fair. Cool. So you're gonna headed back to the keep, yeah.
Yeah. Talk to the Castellan, get some reinforcements. Fancy's gonna have to do the talking again, isn't he?
Yeah, unfortunately.
Yeah. Heading back.
But he's got his Castellan badge.
So you make it back to the keep. We can see 1 Russian each character.
Oh shit, Russians exist.
They exist again.
God damn it, I keep forgetting.
Not just a day trip anymore.
I'll take 10 silver. 20 silver.
Okay, Fancy will do his.
And then
Okay, he only eats 1.
Controls himself this time. So I'm assuming you're spending the night at their keep as well, because it's going to be late in the second day when you get back. So
Okay.
10 gold, 10 silver each for accommodation, and it's now the 11th of June, and you may now attempt to convince the Castellan to help you out.
Right. Yeah, so Fancy comes up to the Castellan shows his Castellan badge.
Yeah, that's the only way you get in. Is like that's how you get into the inner keep.
Yeah.
And you have to get an appointment. You're like, don't you know how important this is? Come on, man. And I don't know, roll it, and then we'll see how it goes. If you roll really badly, maybe you don't even get to talk to him.
So this is a charisma one, isn't it? And here we go, charisma.
Yo, Chariz.
13.
Made it.
That's good enough.
Yeah. So you convince the Castellan. He believes that you have found the base of operations of the Cult of Chaos, and he commits soldiers to assist you. He will, let's see, a minimum of 1 corporal and 3 archers in play, or a maximum of a sergeant, a corporal, and a dozen men at arms. What am I supposed to do with that? Ooh, he's going to send it all. He's sending the whole thing.
Oh, wow. A dozen men at arms.
Yeah, and a sergeant and a corporal. He's basically sending an entire section.
The entire Panzer division.
Yeah, that's it. He's going to fire artillery on there at dawn. He wants the caves of chaos firewalled.
He wants them dead.
Yeah, he's like, okay, let's just kill them all.
So we've got 13 soldiers, 8 halflings.
Yeah, well, the sergeant is probably going to I don't know. Is the sergeant going to follow your instructions?
I don't know. Has he been
Right.
instructed to with this charisma roll, or has he just been instructed to deal with the situation?
Yeah, he's been. I think it's like I think it's unclear. I think it's going to be something they're going to wrestle with. I'm just getting some soldier tokens so I can have something to use. It's not really the most important thing in the universe, but then at the same time, it sort of then is. It's like
It's a nice illustration.
It's a bit of a paradox. It's like I shouldn't really be spending my time doing it, but I am. Can't stop myself. Excuse me. Right, so it's going to be this is it. The balloon's going up. Awesome. So I assume you're going to head straight there and try to smash the power of the Cult of Chaos with your 8 halflings, your 12 men at arms, your sergeant, and your whatever it was, corporal. All set?
Yeah.
All right. It's going to be interesting because we've got 45 minutes, and then at the end of the session, and next time suddenly 1,000 people will turn up.